Welcome back to Laser Paling Games. Today we're going to be taking a look at another Bowzon build in Diablo 2 MXL Sigma. And this time we're going to be using Trinity Arrow and Phalanx as sort of a combo here. But let's get into the skills like we always do first. So for the reward tree, maxed out Spellbind. This is going to be for giving extra HP to our summons. 1 in War Spirit and 1 in Spirit of Vengeance. Now, also this is a bow build. So we're going to have the neutral tree and the bow tree, and that's pretty much it for the other ones. In the bow tree, I'm going to put 6 in Trinity Arrow just to remove the cooldown. 1 in Barrage, 15 in Phalanx to remove the cooldown of that. Max out Dragon Lore and bother with but in the neutral, I got 10 in Wild and Free, maxed out Fire Elementals, maxed out Balance, 1 in Attack Frenzy, and 6 in Defensive Harmony that extra points. We're gonna have some decent HP Fire Elementals to summon. Tank stuff for us because our HP is going to be pretty low, and the reason we just need the extra summons, that's why we're taking Spirit Vengeance here over rare for poison damage, because we just need the HP, and the reanimates are going to help us survive as well. The spell damage is not going to be a factor because of the bow I'm using right now, but there's 2 options for this build, which is nice. So the spell damage will be useful if you're using Hellreach. So this is definitely an easier bow to get for this build, and then all that extra spell damage will turn into damage on the bow. However, I'm going to be going with Wind Force, which is, I guess, the SSU compared to the SU bow. And this one is going to be on a similar level of damage, but we're going to get some silly knockback and kind of less HP, because now we have to invest way more points into dexterity and strength that we do with Hellreach. So they're kind of a you can try both and see what you like better, but they both are going to do a lot of damage. Here I just have Taha runes inside the bow. The stats. So obviously, for the knockback to work, you're gonna need 1,000 strength if you're using Wind Force. If you're using Hellreach, obviously put in the minimum amount to wear your gear. Same thing with like requiring the dexterity. It's just way too much. Wind Force requires 1950. So I cranked up my dexterity there and then kind of put the rest in vitality after, just to get my HP up, because it's still going to be really low. It's only 10,500. It's going to get buffed a bit by Spirit, but generally speaking, if you don't go like with the gem bonus, you're going to have low HP as an Amazon. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is, because we want attack speed more. Helmet I'm using is Eidolon with, I guess some people wanted me to start hitting shift so they could see some of the jewels I'm using. These are made with burr runes, I believe, for the lifesteal and attack speed as well. Using Brawl, I have this for the gloves. This is going to provide the extra strength, a lot of the extra strength I need to get to 1,000 for the knockback. And also, we're going to get some extra damage and lots of attack speed there as well. Using Bad Moon for elemental damage here. Try Pierce. It would be good if I had a second one. That would get me to 100 Pierce for the 3, like for fire, light, and cold. But I don't have a second one right now, so I'm just Knuckle with the lucky bonus plus 1 all skills. So this is just giving a bit more leech. Using Airyman Belt, which is skills and damage. for defense, windrunners, for attack speed. We need a lot. 370 around attack speed. Using Bag of Tricks for Quiver. This is more tri-elemental and 5, I guess, elemental resistances, but it's got some extra bonuses on striking as well. And then again, Idol of Fortune. So this is even more effective when you're using Hellreach, obviously, because it's giving more spell damage. But you can also use this Oracle here. But I felt like I needed the HP, so the extra 10% life off the Idol here is help, but again, it combos with. For the armor, I'm just using crafted right now, but you can definitely use Natalia's Legacy here, which is the 6 Zis rune armor, but it's a gamble when you make it. It could roll bad stats, and I already used this. I didn't feel like farming another 6 Zis runes to make the armor for this, but maybe I'll make one eventually. I'm spending a Zis rune like almost every build now, so it's hard to keep up. But that would definitely be probably the best armor to get more, basically pierce as well, and not really need to wear the bad moons. You don't want to, even though they're still really good. That's pretty much it for the gear. Also, we have our Manka off. Well, I'm just gonna open a font, I guess. We'll just go there. And I'm gonna be pretty squishy, but we're gonna do a lot of damage. The only weird thing is, so what happens with Trinity Arrow is it converts all your damage to fire, cold, and lightning. But that means you're no longer leeching any life. So basically, we're going to be using Phalanx to do physical damage, which is going to give us the life leech, and then Trinity Arrow is going to do mostly like almost all elemental damage. Yep. Portal. Buff up. Double Bloodlust. Get the Amazon Bloodlust. Get War Spirit. We're gonna have to kill something to our extra HP. We can spam Phalanx here. Right. As long as you're basically casting Phalanxes everywhere, you'll nothing back, not die. And not sick about gonna do way more damage to my physical resist Necrobots. And the knockback's not really what you like. That's why I'm like, Hellreach is fine too, because the knockback just doesn't do what you think it's gonna do. For the amount of arrows that you see flying on the screen, you would think that everything would kind of get knocked back right off the screen, but it just doesn't trigger the way you think it would. Again, you really gotta watch it, because your HP, even close to 12k, which is not a lot. We have no cooldown. Phalanx, we can just send them everywhere. That's how we survive. Bosses, at least. You're gonna have to resummon your fire element. You will still die, but it'll last a decent amount of time. Yeah. we should see some reanimates appearing as well around. I have to spam click both your ones. Also, you can summon ahead too to there's a lot of things attacking me right now. We have a lot of phalanx. There's a shot through the door at the bottom with the arrow. If you stop bleaching in life, so you gotta make sure you're always keeping up phalanxes. This definitely feels a lot better than the first Bowzon build I did. And on the way, I ended up trying it first. Pretty much seen this build now. Also, the knockback is very disappointing, but I ended up making another video with basically 2 more Bowzon builds using this Gullfletch, Kraken Stance, and Tri-Elemental. And so basically, if you remembered, my first Bowzon video was actually kind of something like Sunstrike. So I made a video, but it's on Patreon. 2 more builds that I tried out with the Bowzon. So if you guys want to check those out, they're available. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next one. Hello everyone who made it to the end of the video. This is LaserPan Games, reminding you to smash that like button, leave a comment below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Really helps out. And if you're looking for even more content, check out my Patreon here, where I post exclusive video content every month, and you'll have access to all of that.